Start the council meeting for 30th of March. We'll open with our karakia. Jeff's going to lead us off this morning because we've got Taku online with COVID. So,
Paul, Taku,
yeah.
Please get well soon, Matua. Everybody, I hope you can all join in with gusto. Toru wha. Whakatakata hau ki te uru. Whakatakata hau ki te tonga. Kia mā ke kinakina ku uta. Kia mā tā tara ki tai. E hi ake ana. Te atakura, he tio, he huka, he hauhu, tihei, mauri ora. Kia ora no.
Kia ora.
Thank you. We've got Kathleen joining us online from away, Ireland, and we've got an apology from Mose.
Ireland.
So, apology from Mose. So, can I move that? Seconded by Councillor Hayward. All those in favour, say aye. All those against, carried. I've got no public forum this morning. Have we got any conflicts of interest declarations? No. We move to the confirmation of minutes from the 23rd of February. I'll move it to put it on the table, seconded by Councillor Johnson. Any corrections from anybody? No. All those in favour? All those against? Carried. My mayor's report, should really put it into the minutes, it might be easier. Another busy month for us at the moment. I started off at the beginning of the month speaking at the Whitby Probus, and then we had the Whitby Lions 50th celebration and the Porirua Theatre AGM, as I'm their patron. Wendy and I went to Parliament to present our submission to the Water Services legislation bill, which was probably not a great idea because we turned up and they all came via Zoom. Hard lesson learnt. I went to the launch of the 2 rowing skiffs at the Porirua Rowing Club with Mike and Jeff, and that was a great morning. I actually got to go on the boats in the water. They're very stable, I can assure you, otherwise I wouldn't have gone. Tracy and I followed that up in the afternoon with the Porirua Brass Band at the waterfront at Get Fixed, and they had a concert which we thoroughly enjoyed. Citizenship started again. Ruben joined me this month for the swearing in, and we've had census month, and Kylie and I think there was a few others who came later in the evening. I wasn't there, to the event at Waitangarua, which was really successful. We've had the Governor-General out to open the Oratoa Mama and Baby Hub at Takapuahia, so that was a really successful event for them. Mike and I attended the blessing of the Kura Purnamo exhibition at Pātaka with Taku, which I highly recommend you go and touch those stones. It's a magnificent exhibition. And then Jeff and Mike and I attended Outside the Box event at Whitireia for people with disabilities. And following on from that, I've written to Whitireia asking them to bring back the New Zealand Certificate in Skills living course because our students are having to go over to Petone, and a bus and 2 trains is, I don't view, acceptable for these kids. I followed that up with the Pukerua Bay Gala in the afternoon. And then Kylie and I joined the senior students from Aotea, Mana, Bishop Viard, Porirua College, Te Kura Maori and Whitby Collegiate to go and hear the Prime Minister speak at the Cullen Breakfast, which was a good event, but very early start for us outside council at 5:45. Then Wendy Campbell-Berry and I went to see Minister McNulty about the 3 waters reforms, and I have to say we got a good reception, so we're quite happy about that. I went to Zone 4 last week, which was at Kapiti, and we covered local government New Zealand and emergency management training, which we're having today. So again, I see. And then I followed that up in the afternoon going to the Olo Academy, and that was great because they're really looking forward to the South African team joining us because they've already been approached about them going up there to train. And they do a lot in the East and in our schools. Awesome organisation. Then on Saturday, Mike, Jeff, Nathan and I attended the blessing of the Waka Armour Street in Cannons Creek, where John Miskey had brought up his amazing var, which looked really odd sitting on the top of a hill of boat in the middle of a road, but it was a great experience and nice to get the road open. Then Jeff, Mike and I, it seems to be a month of Jeff, Mike and I, have raced over to Tito Bay Beach to the triathlon, which was, I think half of Tito Bay was on the beach with all those kids. And then Kylie and I headed to the St Teresa's Gala, filled up on sausages and coffee No raffles this time. We didn't win anything. And then on Sunday, the Lions car show in Plimmerton, and then I went to the All Whites versus China game, which I thoroughly enjoyed seeing they won. And then I did a fundraiser with the Trespass band, and we went to the Red, White and Brass movie, which was shot in Porirua, and I have to say, brilliant movie. If you've got an hour and a half, excellent. And then, of course, last night, a huge group of us went in to celebrate the Welly Awards. So we've had a busy month, but a good one. So, Taku, how about you? Have you got anything to report?
Well, no, nothing to add to that, Anita. Only to say that it has been a month too on the iwi front. That's getting quite hectic at the moment. No, nothing else other than that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
No petitions, so we'll move to committee recommendations. Councillor Waddle, invite you.
Yes, I'd like to move the recommendations of the Audit and Risk Committee meeting from the 9th of March.
Okay, do we have a seconder for that? Councillor Leggett. Any questions? All those in favour? All those against? Carried. Councillor Trillin, I'll move to you.
Thank you, Mayor Baker. I'd like to move the committee recommendations from Te Puna Kōrero on the 23rd of March 2023.
Thank you. Seconded by Councillor Ford. All those in favour? All those against? Carried. Reports 11.1, the Orion Lane road stopping. So I'll move it to get it on the table. Seconded by Councillor Hayward. Have we got any questions on this for staff? Seems pretty straightforward. No? Okay. All those in favour? All those against? Carried. I move that we go into public excluded. Move that. Seconded by Councillor Waddle. You want to speak to the item? Yes.
Kia ora.
Whether it can come out of public excluded.
Kia ora. I'm Megan Krishnan from City Partnerships team. The reason for it being public excluded was because the document is being released and launched at quite a large expo in May, when it will go back to the public at that point for being discussed. And it's kāinga ora and partnership document, which isn't currently in the public domain. So if we put it on the table here, it gets an opportunity to be discussed before kāinga ora get to do the process that they have committed to do with the community. So there is knowledge about it in the community. So all the reset meetings that have been happening, people know that the spatial plan is there. It's just that because of the public nature of council, the actual document itself isn't out in the public domain yet.
I appreciate the response. On that basis, I will record an abstention
Okay,
and will allow you to proceed. Thank you.
thank you. Okay, so all those in favour, moving into public excluded? All those against? Carried.